A very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, thanks to Subbu sir for giving me an opportunity to interact with all of you. He has always been my favorite. Like when I was in UGC, I was working with him in Ministry of Education, and that was the best period of my life. So, sir, you are my favorite. Dr. Subbu sir, and then we have many higher education institutions present here. Dr. Kumar Shekhar Vijay is there, Dr. Sanjay Srivastav is there. Again, my one more mentor, Dr. Partha Chatterjee is there. Many, many ambassadors of many countries are there. So a very good afternoon to you. And the launch of mySATHI app, I think this is something which is very, very needed for today's higher education system. Why? For example, if you see what are the aspirations of the students today, they want to be creative. They want to be, they're very, very aspiring, so they want to be successful. They want to be problem solvers. They want to be working in team and eventually work as team leaders. They want to be learning forever. They don't want to stop whenever their institution education is over. So these are the aspirations. And how many of these aspirations are fulfilled by the higher education ecosystem we have today is to be seen. Of course, NEP is trying to address many of these aspirations. What are the aspirations of higher education institutions? They want that they should be getting the best students. How to get the best students? Again, that is a very big issue for them. There are multiple tests which are being given by various agencies, and then many institutions have their own tests also. And the higher education institutions also want that once the students graduate from their institutions, they should be employable, they should be job ready, they should be skilled, and the placements of that institution should be very good. What do the employers want? Employers want job-ready students, skilled students, and they are really worrying about the gap between the education and the skilling, the requirements of the industry, and the the education which the higher education institutions are imparting. So these, different institutions. Similarly, one more area which we are right now forgetting is, what is the wish of the, say, government or the institutions like UGC or NAAC? They want quality education. For example, when you talk of NAAC, NAAC is there to assess the quality of higher education imparted by various institutions and then to rate that institution. Now, how do they assess the quality? They assess the quality by using different methods. There are many parameters, but most of it is input-driven. What is the infrastructure? What is the faculty size? What is the faculty-student ratio? What is the publication? Most of it is input-driven. And then many of our universities keep on raising this issue that I, as a rural women university, cannot compare myself with an IIT. The level of students who come to IIT is much above the level of students who come to me. So what type of value addition IIT is doing and what type of value addition I am doing, they are not comparable, and maybe I am doing more because the level of students which I got was much lower as compared to IITs who are already well-accomplished students. So is NAAC really testing the value addition done by the institution on the students? No. So I feel that the reply to all these questions can be mySATHI app. How? Because right now, when we talk of many tests, students are really worried, like, if this test goes bad, what will happen? If that test goes bad, what will happen? But this test, and then again, we say that the future of jobs is uncertain, the future of learning is uncertain. So today, whatever we are learning, somebody told me that half-life of knowledge. Half-life of knowledge means the time period in which half of the knowledge which we have learned will go obsolete is reducing very fast. So sometimes they say in the fields like AI, engineering, computers, it is reduced to almost 5 to 6 months. So if the 5 to 6 months every knowledge goes obsolete, then why are we testing that knowledge? Why don't we test the creativity? Why don't we test the learning skill? Why don't you test the creativity of the student? So that is precisely what mySATHI is doing. So when I was sitting, so I thought, mySATHI is taking care of 7 steps. Saptapadi, in marriages we take Saptapadi. So Saptapadi is being taken by mySATHI app. For example, from elimination to enrollment, that is the first step. They don't believe in elimination, they believe in enablement, enabling the students. So enablement is very, very powerful word, empowering the students. Second step, they say that right now the examinations are linear pen and paper examinations. They are going in for AI-driven adaptive test, which really tests the skills of the student, and which is adaptive in the sense that every student doesn't get the same test. Every student gets a different test based on the work they are doing. This is what is now being done by many platforms like Coursera and all, learning at your own pace. So that is the second step. Third step of SAPTPADI, which again I feel is very important, is domain knowledge. Like, why should we test the knowledge of the, which is being done by the existing test, that testing the knowledge of, say, physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and all. Why can't we test whether the student has the capacity to learn? So if the student has the capacity to learn, if we know that the student is creative or not, whether he can do critical thinking or not, then everything can be learned. I mean, learning is not a problem, provided you know how to learn. So can you test how, I mean, which student has what capacity of learning? Means how to learn is a word which I feel is very important, that are we teaching our students how to learn? So once we teach our students how to learn, then testing how to learn means, do the students have that capacity? That is the third step. Fourth step is, again, there is a lot of tension in the students that there is a single test, single rank or single score. But in SATHI, mySATHI app, we can be having multiple testing. We can self-evaluate ourselves again and again and come out with the score which I feel is the best for me. I know that whether I have the further improvement scope or not, nobody else knows about me. I know about myself. So can I have multiple scores depending upon what I feel is my capability? That is the opportunity mySATHI gives. Fifth is the high stress, like, these examinations are high-stress examinations. You must have learned about the, not only the suicides and all, but also of the gaming which happens in these examinations, because they are very, very high-stressful, high-stake examinations. So sometimes paper leak is there, some copying is there, some cheating is there, some innovative ways of cheating are there. So from high step to self-awareness, self-assessment, self-analysis. So this is a very, very important fifth step which is taken in the SAPTPADI through mySATHI, that yes, the student will not be subjected to stress, they will be subjected to a learning which is very, very creative learning, fun-loving learning, without any stress learning. That will happen. Then sixth, when the institutions have their own entrance test, or with whatever different tests are there, the central level tests are there, the focus is on filling the seats. So the test is there, get the score, fill the seats. But we don't do any student program institution matching. So there is a requirement that the student has to be given the right program. The program should be getting the right student should be getting the right institution should be getting the right student. So this type of matching is not possible in the present test, but mySATHI can deliver that. And lastly, and the seventh step, the fear of failure, the suicides which are happening, I think this will convert to happy students, happy citizens, happy human beings. So these are the 7 steps which SAPTPADI or which mySATHI will be following. And then while I was sitting here and we were talking of mySATHI, I was just saying that mySATHI is going to stay here forever. Why? Because even the word Sathi, you strike off I, Saath remains, and mySATHI is something which will always be with you. Saath remains. Remove H, SAT remains, and this is all about testing, so SAT score. Remove T, Sa remains, which is a musical note, and this is a musical journey through mySATHI. And remove A, Subbu sir still remains. So that is mySATHI. Thank you for inviting me here, and my best wishes to mySATHI. And we will also try to promote it through Association of Indian Universities, which is the largest association of universities in the world. We have around 1,200 universities as our members, and this year is our centenary year. We are celebrating 100th year. And the legacy we hold is like Sarpalli, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Zakir Hussain, Dr. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, Dr. Mudalia, Dr. Hansa Mehta. They have been the presidents of AIU in the past. So I'm sure, sir, your mySATHI with you as the chairman will really travel long distance. Thank you very much. Thank you.